This is a special presentation brought to you by the Come On in Sports Network.
Who that nation? How you doing? Come on in. Take a seat. Sit back, relax. Put your feet up. Grab a drink and let's talk Saints football. Y'all know what time it is. Time to keep it real. Breaking news, family. The New Orleans Saints have reportedly signed former number 2 overall pick in the 2021 NFL draft, quarterback Zach Wilson. Wilson has played in 25 games in his career. He has completed 359 of 621 attempts for a career completion rate of 57.8%. His total passing yards in his career is 3,991 yards, and he has averaged 6.4 yards per attempt with 14 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. The young man has been sacked 69 times, and he's rushed the ball 67 times for 314 yards and 1 touchdown, averaging 4.7 yards per carry. So, I don't know if you're surprised by this signing, but I am. Now, I know there was a cry for a veteran quarterback to be brought into the building. When we were talking about a veteran quarterback, I'm pretty sure none of us had Zach Wilson in mind. Now, again, Zach Wilson, number 2 overall pick by the Jets in 2021. We understand how things just haven't worked out for young quarterbacks with the New York Jets. It took the while for Sam Darnold to find his niche. It took the right situation. It took him getting with the right team. It took him getting with the right coach. And that right coach didn't start in Seattle and didn't start in Minnesota. It started when he got with Mike Shanahan in San Francisco. Could this be a similar trait for Zach Wilson? We now have a quarterback competition on our hand once again, but not for the starter, not for the starting position in New Orleans. No. We not even go shuck with that, baby. But this signing of Zach Wilson kind of makes me think, are they bringing in competition for Spencer Rattler? Or are the Saints possibly thinking about or possibly maybe leaning toward trading Spencer Rattler? Maybe the market for Spencer Rattler as a backup is high. I would say this, though he won only 1 game as a starter, I saw more in Spencer Rattler than I did the former number 2 overall pick in Zach Wilson. And that's not shade, that's just the truth. This is a signing that I really don't understand. I understand bringing in a veteran quarterback, but you bring in Zach Wilson. I could have understood, bringing in a quarterback, though he's in Arizona, like a Jacoby Brissett, someone like that, or a Taylor Heineke even. But Zach Wilson, You're bringing Zach Wilson in to be the number 2 quarterback. So now the number 2 quarterback position is wide open. You're bringing in competition for Spencer Rattler, or are you bringing in Zach Wilson to replace Spencer Rattler, who you may be sending out of the building? Now, that's nothing I've heard. None of my sources have confirmed anything like that. I'm just trying to make sense of this signing. And let's go season by season with Zach Wilson. In 2022, he started 9 games. He completed 132 of 242 passes for a 54.5 completion percentage. He averaged 7 yards per attempt for 1,688 yards, 6 touchdowns, 7 intercepts. He was sacked 23 times, and he ran the ball 28 times for 102 yards and 1 touchdown. That was during the regular season. Now, what about in the preseason? In the preseason of 2022, he completed 3 or 5 passes for a 60% completion percentage, 23 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interception. Wilson's rookie starting season showed flashes of arm talent, but it also showed he struggled with consistency and decision making. The 6 to 7 touchdown to interception ratio and 54.5% completion rate were below NFL standards. Let's look at 2023. 12 games played, the most extensive playing time he had. In 2023, he completed 221 of 368 attempts for a 60.1 completion percentage. He passed for 2,271 yards, and he averaged 6.2 yards per attempt. He was sacked 46 times. Again, he was playing with the Jets. He ran the ball in 2023 36 times for 211 yards. He does have a strong arm. He does have mobility. He would throw 8 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. That preseason, and there's a reason I keep mentioning this preseason, just follow along. He played in 4 games. He completed 37 of 56 passes in the preseason for a 66.1 completion percentage for 365 yards and 1 touchdown. He showed improvement in completion percentage, up 5.6 points to 60.1%. But Wilson still struggled with turnovers and took 46 sacks in 12 games. And all those 46 sacks were not his fault. The Jets eventually moved on from Wilson as the starter. His preseason performance was notably better than the regular season, suggesting that perhaps he performs better against backup competition and vanilla schemes. Now, last year, we know he signed as a backup with the Denver Broncos. He did not see action in any regular season game. He played, he had 45 attempts and 29 completions in 3 games in the preseason. He completed 64% of his passes for 327 yards and 1 touchdown. Jarrett Stidham got to start in the playoffs, not Zach Wilson. Again, Sam Darnold is the poster child of never saying never, never giving up. Again, Zach Wilson is still only 25 years old. And of course, he had his brief stint with the Dolphins, where he completed 6 of 11 for 54% completion percentage for 32 yards, no touchdowns, no intercepts. Based on his comprehensive situational analysis or whatever when he was with the Jets, where he had meaningful playing time, I want to dive into Zach Wilson's down by down performance. Now, this is for his career. With the Jets. On first downs, he was actually above average on first down, showing he can execute when defenses are in base looks. He completed 63.6% of his passes. He averaged 7.8 yards an attempt, and he had a plus 0.07 EPA per attempt. Now on second down, it dropped to 57.4 completion percentage and 5.8 yards per attempt and a negative 0.05 EPA. His completion percentage dropped on second down 6 percentage points. That, my friends, becomes a net negative for the offense. What about on the money down? Third down. On third down, he completed 54%. He had a 54% completion percentage. He averaged 6 yards per attempt, and he had a negative 0.11 EPA per attempt. Third down revealed his biggest weakness. Zach Wilson struggles in high leverage situations where defenses dial up pressure. This is why he couldn't and has continued to struggle at sustaining drives consistently. Now, on forward downs, he was at 81.3% completion percentage for 8.7 yards per attempt. I know it's a small sample size of only 16 attempts, but it shows that he can execute when the play is when the play is designed and there's no choice but to attack. Now, when he has had a clean pocket, 520 attempts, he has a 67.9 completion percentage with a 7.6 yards per attempt and a plus 0.11 EPA per attempt, 16 touchdowns, and 8 INTs, interceptions. That's a 2-to-1 ratio. He's actually a positive NFL quarterback when protected. Now, he had 251 attempts under pressure. Remember, clean pocket, 67.9 completion percentage. Under pressure, it dropped to 41% completion percentage and 4.6 yards per attempt and a minus 0.31 EPA. 3 touchdowns, 7 intercepts. His completion rate drops 27 percentage points. Zach Wilson's mechanics and decision-making completely collapsed under duress. This is the single biggest reason that he has so far failed as a starter. When the pocket breaks down, he becomes one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. So again, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, why of all the quarterbacks available, why Zach Wilson? Why? Now, you might not believe this, but he struggles under pressure, but he's better against the blitz. Hold on, Dolph. You just say he struggles under pressure. Quarterbacks under pressure does not mean always that the defense has to blitz. A lot of world champion Seattle Seahawks, they got consistent pressure with the front four. Against the blitz, he was better. He had a plus 0.06 EPA versus against standard rushes, where he had a negative 0.06 EPA. Now, what does that tell us? His pre-snap reads are actually good. They're not bad. Zach Wilson's issues are more about coverage recognition and processing complex post-snap looks. When he knows where to go, blitz equals hot routes, he executes. Simply put, Zach Wilson is a scheme-dependent quarterback. The plus 0.11 EPA on play actions versus the negative 0.06 on dropbacks shows he needs help from scheme. He's not a pure pocket quarterback who can process and execute consistently. He needs movement and play action. He needs simplified reads and clean pockets. So why might it work in New Orleans? Why might it work in New Orleans? I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know. Why it could work? Think about the Saints under Kellen Moore, play action, moving the pocket, Tyler Shough, quick game, rhythm passing, which protects him, Zach Wilson, from pressure. Intermediate attack, where Wilson is a plus 0.20 EPA, and his sweet spot is at between 10 to 19 yards, and a strong offensive line. We're hoping the offensive line that is strong, because it wasn't strong last year and it hasn't been strong in the last several years. Now, if the Saints can keep Zach Wilson clean, use play action extensively, meaning you have to run the game to make the defense respect play action, and Kellen Moore can scheme him into intermediate throws, which is his sweet spot, and simplify his reads with movement and misdirections, then the Saints may have a positive NFL backup quarterback in the building. But I think they already do. But again, could the Saints possibly be entertaining offers for Spencer Rattler? That's just something that I'm thinking about. The bottom line is this, family. Zach Wilson is not a bust in the traditional sense. He's a situation-dependent quarterback whose performance varies wildly based on pocket cleanness scheme support, target depth, and game script. He has NFL caliber tools and can make a positive play in the right situation. But his thing has been he falls apart under pressure and against complex coverages. The Saints are betting they can engineer the perfect situation, clean pockets, play action, intermediate throws, and simplify reads to unlock the positive quarterback that data shows exists in one Zach Wilson. The good thing is they're doing it as a backup plan, not as a starting solution for this team. So the question isn't, is Zach Wilson good or bad? The question is, can the Saints create the conditions where Wilson's strengths, a clean pocket, play action, and intermediate throws, are maximized while minimizing his weaknesses? I'm Dolph Jackson. This has been your Saints Juice of the day. I want to remind your family, hit that like button, subscribe. If you like today's show, please leave a comment. What are your feelings about the Saints signing Zach Wilson and bringing him into the fold? Is he here to compete? Is he here to compete for the backup role with Spencer Rattler? Or could the Saints be entertaining trades for one Spencer Rattler, and now are are now reinforcing their backup quarterback because Spencer Rattler may be on the move? Again, that is pure speculation on my part. I haven't confirmed that through any sources. I haven't heard that anywhere. It's just me hearing this news of bringing Zach Wilson in. It caught me off guard, and it just made me think there's a lot of avenues and a lot of roads you can go down with this signing. But Zach Wilson is the New Orleans Saints. Welcome to Who Dat Nation. We wish you nothing but the best. And family, the doors are now open, so come on in. And like we do about this time, love and who dat. Have a good one, family. We out.
Yeah, we back, baby. Keeping it real. Who Dat Sports Pod. Dolph Jackson, Coach Rock, presented by the Come On In Sports Network. Who Dat Nation, how you doing? Come on in. Take a seat, it's all good, you're amongst friends. Breaking news, interviews, Saints Juice. Open lines up just for you. 9th Ward, 10th Ward, where you at? 12th Ward, 15, where you at? 3rd Ward, 17, where you at? 9th Ward, all the way in the back. Uptown, baby, downtown, baby. Everybody represent black and gold, baby. Uptown, baby, downtown, baby. Everybody represent black and gold, baby.